You might think, living in a busy city like Arlington, Virginia, that light pollution would prevent anyone from stargazing. But that's not the case for Robert Capon, who is able to gather live images of deep space right from his apartment. Robert has been interested in astronomy for as long as he can remember.
When I was 16 years old, I read an article in Scientific American magazine, and they had a column that was called The Amateur Scientist. And there was an article on how to build a simple telescope where you built the mirror, you ground the mirror yourself. And I built it, and then from there I've just always had telescopes. And then when I had a house, I built an observatory by hand. And when I was done, it was a fully autonomous robotic observatory in my backyard. And I thought I had died and gone to heaven. It was the best thing. I had had this observatory in my backyard, but we closed the observatory when we moved to the city. I'm older, I retired, my grandchildren are here. So my astronomy was confined to driving out to places like Sky Meadows or taking pictures off of my south-facing balcony.
Due to light pollution, for Robert, shooting images of deep space was compromised. But then he heard about a company in Brady, Texas, that rents out telescopes for remote viewing. The company is called Starfront Observatories, and it makes astronomy accessible to just about anyone via the internet.
Remote astronomy in general isn't a new concept, but what we wanted to do is bring that remote experience to the general population and make it much more broadly accessible.
For each individual, Starfront provides the telescope, the technical support, and most importantly, dark skies free of light pollution. And you can use your own computer at home to access it. One customer who found this service especially useful is Robert Capon.
One of the things about Starfront that's amazing is that it boasts 225 clear nights a year under some of the best crystalline skies in the country. My telescope at Starfront is like a jet sitting on the tarmac with the engine running, okay? So when I sit down to start an observing run, I actually write a plan. And so a plan is as simple as deciding what it is I want to shoot that night. And basically, the telescope will run by itself from sunset to sunrise. So as a matter of fact, last night, I shot 8.5 hours of images, mainly while I was asleep. The telescope is completely autonomous.
By now, Robert has taken hundreds of photos of deep space, including nebulas, which are spectacular clouds of dust and gas.
So within the Milky Way, you have beautiful star clusters like the Pleiades, which is very colorful, and beautiful nebula like the Cocoon Nebula, or the Heart Nebula, or the Western Veil Nebula, which features the Witch's Broom feature. Outside of the Milky Way, we have our nearby galaxy, Andromeda. And further away, I'm really intrigued by galaxy clusters. Large numbers of galaxies in the same field, and you realize that in a galaxy you might have 100 billion to a trillion stars, each with 5 to 10 planets, and you ponder how common is life in the universe, how immense is the universe.